Well, we're up here at the farm. We'll work on the roller. It's supposed to be pretty crappy weather next week. Of course, today's Thanksgiving. My daughter's friend's mother ended up having COVID, which exposed me and my family, my wife and other daughter. So we're not going anywhere for Thanksgiving this year. So they're back at the house. They're working on our Thanksgiving dinner for us. I guess they're at the house. So I didn't have anything to do, so I decided to come up here and run and get into the farm shop. I built this little shop. This is a 24 by 28. I built it, back in 2009 or 2008, I think. 2009. And I never did. It's been 11 years ago. I never did build another one. It's one of those things that I just keep buying other equipment, and so I'm gonna try my best to build a new one this year, so we can actually work on everything inside of our shop. So this is our little roller. It's got a little Cummins motor in it. It's a really good little machine. I really like it. But the paint's really bad and faded, as you can probably tell. The paint's faded real bad. I went to the John Deere the other day, and I got us some agricultural John Deere yellow. So it should that should match pretty good with what's on it. I didn't realize I should have pressure washed it. I didn't realize how dirty it was, and it was getting late last night when I brought it up here. We had to flatten the tires to get it to come through the door. But I got a bracket right here. This is why the air conditioner don't work. So I got a bracket. I'm going to weld that bracket back up, put some bolts back in it, and put that back together. Then I think I'm going to start working on maybe getting this thing sanded to get all the little KD stickers, get all them off, and get all the bow mag stickers off of it. I think I'm going to start working on getting her sanded down and maybe get it ready for some paint. I don't think I'll be able to paint it today, but at least get it sanded down and get it ready. Maybe part of it. The boys are supposed to work on it, but with me being exposed to COVID, I really don't want to, be working around them. So, it's really, really small chance of me having it. So anyway, that's what we're doing. We ordered this sensor. This sensor we think's bad. Ordered it is $150. So ordered that sensor. I put this new on. I burnt the other one up. Wait, remember that? I think I was telling you about that. There's this little spring. There's a little spring right there, and it's not turning the fuel down when you turn the fuel up. So I think we got all that fixed. Let's get this thing sanded down and work on it a little bit. See what we can come up with. Well, I went and had some Thanksgiving at my house and sat down on the couch and took a nap. Then I made it back here. We started working on it. Got all the logos off. I said we, just me. I got all the logos off. I got this big dent. It got beat out here. I got it all beat back out. It don't look perfect, but it looks a heck of a lot better than what it did. Right here is where there was a big Bridgeport. There's a big Bridgeport sticker right there, and you can still see, even after I sanded it, you can still see the Bridgeport in it. So I put a little bit of primer on that, and I'll kind of hand block, scratch it down a little bit, and it'll be good. I got my needle scaler. I'm gonna use it on a couple places I can't hardly get into, like right behind here at this cab. There's a little bit where I ain't got enough sealing. I can't fold that hood all the way up. This thing right here is in the front, man. It was nasty. It was rusty. I sanded it down. I probably should have waited until I got the needle scaler. I could probably take a needle scaler and clean it up, but I don't
I don't think I'm going to do no more to it. I think I'm just going to run a piece of hand sandpaper across it and shoot it, primer, paint. I got to get the top right there. I got some cleaner with me. I'm going to try to clean a little bit on these sides here. Try to get that off. I got this here sanded up as far as I can see, or as far as I can reach, I mean. I got to peel that bow mag sticker off still. And then I got to figure out what I'm going to do down here. I think I'm just going to clean it up, just sand off the rough spots, maybe where the paint's all rough. You can see how the paint on the back is doing here. We'll probably just sand that down to where it's a little bit cleaner and smoother and shoot. I wasn't going to paint a whole lot back here, but I'm going to have to today. I think I'm going to paint all the bottom and all around there. I think I'm going to paint the top of the cab up there. I think I'm going to paint it that gray color like it's on the bottom. I don't know if I should paint. I've even thought about painting down the sides right here or something, but I don't think I'm going to do all that. I think I'm just going to paint the very top of the cab, and then I'll just leave the rest of it yellow. That's still a little bit more breaking it. That's going to break up the yellow a little bit more. I think that'll do pretty good. So that's where we're at. I think it's about 5 o'clock, so I probably won't do much more. I'll probably work till about 8 o'clock or so. I guess I got a little bit of a stuffy nose. I don't think it's the China virus or anything. I think I've been fighting this for a few days. Had a little bit of a headache for a couple days and stuff. I ain't run no fever, and I ain't got any other symptoms to my knowledge. So I'm staying away from everybody, which sometimes is not a bad idea for me anyway. So these people tend to get on my nerves. Well, let's get at it. Yeah, we're gonna paint from here up that gray, Hitachi gray color. Paint the top of this and this. We're trying to get it all taped up. Get that without breaking my legs. I gotta get up there and do the back headlights, tail lights, backup lights, whatever you want to call them. And then we're going to drape it over with plastic. Cover the rest. We'll just attach that plastic to that paper, and that'll hold it up. So, I'm just going to like blend this back in. I'm not going to do a whole bunch to it. But, I thought it'd be better off to go ahead and do this tonight. That way it could be drying, and then tomorrow I can come up and it should be dry enough that I can take this loose, and then we'll tape up and paper up the top of the cab, and then we'll just drape plastic over this and paint the yellow. So let's see what we can get. Well, we got one coat of gray on it. I just touched this back end of it up. I mean, I didn't. The front part's actually pretty good. It's dirty, but the front part's pretty good. I just touched this back end of it up here a little bit. This paint goes a long way, but I got the top. I got one good heavy coat on the top. I was trying to let this flash up a little bit before I put another good coat. I got 22 ounces of paint mixed up, so 22 ounces of paint's going on this thing. I'm not throwing that stuff away. That stuff's too expensive to throw away. But it really ain't for what it is. You don't have to have any hardener. You just put this John Deere reducer in it. And man, it's slick. My old buddies up there at Leslie's Equipment. You can't beat them people up there. Them guys really helped me out. I swear I ain't got corona. This place in here smells like a meth lab. Not that I would know what a meth lab smelled like, but if I knew what a meth lab smelled like, I'd say it smelled like an area where you was painting with John Deere paint. Yeah, let's get another coat on there and call. Now you can kind of see the difference. This would be the black or the gray, and that'll be all yellow. So it's 9:30, I'm going home. All we got left to do tomorrow is get the rest of the plastic. We'll get the engine and stuff draped, the drum, got a little bit of taping up, and then we'll start putting the yellow. The yellow is going to take a lot longer, but that's okay. So we'll I better start this truck. Cannot wait till I get my shop built. So tomorrow we'll work on getting the rest of this yellow. I'm telling you, I'm not sanding this thing down anymore. I'm not grinding all that smooth. I don't even think I'm even gonna take the bow mag off the front of it. I think I'm just gonna paint her like it is, and we're gonna put bow mag right across the front of it anyway, because that right there is gonna look like crap in about 3 months, 6 months, depending on how much work we get. See, like that right there, I ain't gonna repaint any of this. This is still good. The reason why we're painting this thing, there's a couple rust spots, and I had to put this. I mean, I have never seen, right here, there was a gouge out of the metal. It had rusted so much. So that's what escalated all this. And then all this down in here was already starting to rust a little bit, and it just looked bad. And I gave almost $50,000 for this roller, and it didn't jive with the rest of my equipment. You know, I got rid of everything old except my old original skid steer, and I just use it for a conversation piece. That's the old original one. I think it'll look good. Right here is where a big Bridgeport Equipment Rentals was. I'm thinking about right here, we're gonna put that Making Dirty Look Good since 2008. And then on the doors, we're gonna put a big, huge KD logo on the doors. And then we'll put the model numbers back on, put a bow mag up on top. You know, we're not gonna go anything extravagant, but I don't know. I thought about putting something like Rolling Dirty on the side of it or something, I don't know. But I think I'm not gonna do that. I don't think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm just gonna put Making Dirty Look Good since 2008 on the back. I'm not gonna put any more gray on it. I think that right there is tasteful. You got gray down here, and you got gray up on top, and the rest of it will be yellow. I think that's not changing it too much, but I think it changed it enough to make it look good. I think that gray top is really going to look sharp. So I'll probably put all these videos together and put them on YouTube tonight, and then I'll make another video tomorrow when I'm putting the yellow and stuff on it, because I figure I'll be by myself. I'll be by myself tomorrow because I'm on quarantine, I'm sure. So you guys stay tuned, and let's see what when she looks brand new yellow, we'll see what it looks like tomorrow.